Welcome to a moderately good podcast. If this is your first time listening, I'm so glad you finally made it. If you've listened to it before, welcome back. I am here with a long time friend that I've known. We'll explain it in a little bit. We're just going to call him LT. Say what's up, LT.
What's good? How you doing?
Awesome, man. Awesome. So, so do you know the thing like, it's like, Gary Vee or whatever his name is?
Gary Vee?
Yeah. And he goes like, underrated, overrated, appropriately rated. Mm-hmm. You know that whole shtick?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
And I'm going to start easy on you.
Okay.
And then try to get tougher.
All right.
Okay. Prince.
Ooh. He's a man. So what you want to say, rated?
Well, you would say either he's overrated, underrated, or he is rated appropriately.
He's rated appropriately.
Rated appropriately?
Yeah, he's rated appropriately.
Okay. Jay-Z.
Rated appropriately.
Okay. Justin Timberlake.
I think he's a little overrated.
Okay, but so why? Say why.
I mean, he was the lead singer of the band. That's cool, but that doesn't mean that he's the best. He's just had access.
Okay.
He just had access.
Okay. This is the one I was really looking forward to. Kanye West.
I want to say he's appropriately rated. I'm a Kanye West fan.
I mean, I'm a Kanye West fan too.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he goes a little off, but he's still a genius in his own right.
Well, I think if you look over the history of music, I think there's been a ton of geniuses that are all off. You know what I mean? Some of the greatest people are the ones that are off. You know what I mean? You don't, that ability to harness whatever that is. My girlfriend's a musician and she'll just sit down and just write songs. I'm just like, how do you even do that? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's crazy, bro.
Right. No, that's a gift. That's a gift to be able to put your emotions and thoughts and storytelling on page.
Okay. Let's Post Malone. I'm just trying to find somebody that you just like. You have something like you're just like no, like I'm trying to find your bird.
I like his story. I like his story. I want to say appropriate rated because I gravitate to artists like him. Nobody gave him. He was sleeping on somebody's couch.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have no money. He just believed in himself. So people like him, people like Russ, you
relate to that.
Yeah, I relate to that.
Yeah, because like we talked about like kind of your story and stuff like that,
right.
and like how you got to what you're doing right now, right? So you're like you're a man of all trades. There's nothing this guy is scared of trying, which is like really awesome. Actually, before we started the podcast, we were just talking about how when you start living, things just like they come to you, like
yes.
it's blessed, right?
Yes.
So tell me tell me about just the moment when that happened to you, when it just like it was kind of like a light bulb, like it's like it had been building and then it just turned in, like one day it just turned on. You're like, this is it.
As far as what mindset,
like where you got to like your mindset where you are now, where like like you feel like just everything's coming to you, and right. I feel that same way, and it's a great feeling, and I just want to know when was the first time, because I remember the first time I realized it, and like so I was wondering what yours was.
I read a book, Think and Grow Rich, and that made me sit down and really write down what I wanted, and I wrote down I wanted to travel, and when I had the opportunity to go to Guatemala and climb the ruins and climb, the volcanoes. And I realized that there's a lot of life out here. And if you know what you want, you get what you want. Yeah. And that's where my philosophy of ask, believe, receive, kind of manifests. So the last 6 years is just me playing a game with, you can have what you want if you know what you want. So know what you want.
I think so. Shout out to Edna, Texas.
361.
Where we're both from.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Went to high school at the same time. You were
Class
a year
of 93.
Yeah, you were a year older than me.
Yes.
Yeah. But
46.
this guy ran around with the crew, man, when I was like a freshman in high school. Like, cause you'd run around with Winky and all those
That's my
guys.
first cousin.
Yeah. And so like, I mean, I just thought that y'all guys were like the coolest. I just always thought y'all guys were the coolest. And y'all all like, did you have my mom as a teacher?
Yes. I
Okay.
did.
So like, a lot of y'all have my mom as a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've talked about on the podcast before. It was like, it was like, y'all would fuck with me, but you wouldn't let anybody else would fuck with me. And that was a good feeling.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It was like I was accepted in some kind of like weird way. You know what I mean? And so like, it was just like, I feel really blessed to have that experience. And I don't know if that was because of my mom, you know what I mean? The way my mom was, you know what I mean? Like, I think she was an excellent teacher. And I think that she really pushed her kids to try to get the most out of them. Mm-hmm. And she knew that that y'all group of guys, y'all were smart guys, you know what I mean? But y'all just fucking around. You know, it's junior high and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so she just wanted to, I think that I would think on some level there was a respect there and that helped me some, maybe.
Definitely.
Or just easier, like, you're like, no.
Definitely.
It was more like this. It was like, no, we're going to get her back and we're going to be the only people to fuck with her. He's going to be ours to fuck with.
No, not at all. It's all respect, man.
Yeah,
it's all respect. You've always been a good person. You know, you always had.
That's how my mama raised me.
You always.
That's how you're raising into Texas,
right? No,
right.
And that's facts. You know, it starts at home.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even today, it starts at home. You know, you just had a way, and people like Lance. You know, I worked with Lance, you know, at the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, when I was doing IT. I mean, how cool was that? We had an reunion every day.
Yeah.
You know, and we had the same conversation every day. This conversation we have it every day. And it just comes to just upbringing, man. You know, good people know good people. You know, and good don't have a color.
Yeah.
You know, good is good.
Yeah.
You know, and hanging out with, you know, Jason Herder, that's my best friend. You know, sitting at this house playing Mike Tyson Punch Out. You know, do you know
what this is the three things I remember about Herda. I just remember thinking he was a god playing baseball.
And he was.
Right. Like, you know, like in Little League and, you know, just like high school, I was like, he's a fucking like god, right? Then he drove, what was that car he drove? Like, it's the one that looks like a car and it's a truck at the same time.
Right.
What's it called?
I know what you're talking about.
El Camino. Thank you, Joe. Thank you. El Camino. He said that black El Camino.
Yes, he did.
And then I just remember him swindling me out of baseball cards.
Yeah, he was good at that.
Yeah. So, and his favorite player was Don Manley.
Yes.
So shout out to Jason Herda.
Yeah, him, Matt Grissom.
Everyone that was asking about Jason Herda, there you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's my dude, man. And I look at you, I look at him, I look at Lance, I look at a lot of the classmates. We don't age. And we don't age just because when you're living right, you smile a lot. Yeah. Right? And when you smile a lot, you reverse aging. Yeah. You know, and that's something that 92, 93, 94, 95, you know, those classes had that before what we have right now. You know,
it's kind of like, you know, like you've seen like Dazed and Confused, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, that was supposed to be a movie about like growing up in the 70s or whatever. And like, I guess Clueless was supposed to be, was Clueless the 90s? I don't know. Yeah. But, you know, like it feels like that was just like a safer like time. Like, I don't know. Like it felt way easier than it does now. And, you know, I mean, my little girl's like 10 months. Your kids are grown, right?
Yes. It can still be the same way now. I mean, the same North Star that shined 100 years ago is the same North Star as today. Yeah. So right is right.
Right. So I'd asked about this before, so it's not like it's a surprise, but that's the way I remember growing up. Like, that's what I remember, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, and so for people that can't see the video, LT is African American. And I'm white. And so I just kind of asked him, like, growing up in our little small town, you know, I thought that everything was like wonderful. And I wanted to know what his experience was growing up that town. Was it similar to mine? Was it different? Were there things going on that I didn't even know about or understand, or like were there parents that were assholes, or or whatever? Like what was your experience growing up? And our town was 5,000 people, so really small town in South Texas. So
for real. Yeah. My experience growing up was one of effort. My dad always said, effort and attitude is free. If you don't have an opportunity, it's because you didn't work hard enough for one. He didn't allow us to have the victim, mentality. And that was a Black Panther. He had to raise himself. He was the baby of 5. So he had to figure some things out. So he didn't believe in any excuses. He didn't believe in paying the victim. So I always treated people right. My grandfather, Lincoln Edwards, never had any problems in the town. So was there racism? Yes. Was I called the N-word? Yes. But did that shape my view? No, because I had a higher view of myself. And someone that would say that 9 times out of 10, they probably was an F student. What I mean? They wouldn't pass, and they probably wouldn't even come to school anyway.
It wasn't somebody you're worried about.
It wasn't someone that was on my level, where I saw myself. So, I didn't have that, because I didn't look for that. If you look for that, you can find that. You can play the victim all day long, but I believe that if you're good, you're good. If you're smart, you're smart. Period. That color doesn't matter. And my time at Edna showed me that. I went to Burgess Stafford's house
and Burgess White.
Burgess White. Every Sunday during the year of 92 when Madden came out. I first played Madden. I've been playing Madden my whole life. And the first time I ever played Madden was at Burgess' house. And every Sunday, Pam and Burr would make me and Marcus, my cousin Marcus Edwards.
Oh, I remember Marcus.
Would make us Sunday dinner. My mom would drive us out there and Burgess would drive us back. And he was white. He didn't have to do that. They didn't have to have us out there. They didn't have to feed us. They didn't have to do all that. But because of who we are and the values or core values, like attracts like. But see, that we wasn't taught that. So we didn't know anything about all that now. But when I look at it, when I have retrospect and I look back, like attracts like. So that's why it wasn't no problem, going to Chris Lundstrom's house.
Yeah.
Dean, playing with Dean. I learned how to play chess at Dean's house.
That's crazy. I mean, like, a shout out to Dean.
Dean is white.
And Dean had he had his stuff too. Yeah. You know what I mean, at the time. And so
you started out with seeing you being white. That lets you know that's a different kind of, y'all, even with black people, we have different types of black people. You have black people that's doing well, people that's positive. Same thing with all demographics.
All races. Everybody's.
It's all the same. We all want to be around the same type of person.
Look, every race has an assholes. Every race has bigots. Every race has racists. Every race has everything. Nobody's special. Nobody's got more of anything. It's all the same. It's all the same. So
and you attract what you are.
So if you just look at it that way and go, well, I'm going to find the good people, right? I'm just going to look for the good people. I'm going to surround myself with the good people, right?
That's it.
Yeah, it's easy.
It truly is when you realize that you're the captain of your ship and the master of your destiny. You can control the movie that's played in your movie theater and the people that come in it.
You know what's crazy about that is I totally understand what you're saying, but I remember being a person that totally doesn't understand what that means. You know what I mean? And then when it kind of starts happening to you, you're like, oh wow, like this is easy. Like this is easy. Like why wasn't I doing this before? Why was I fighting this so hard? You know what I mean? And it's a really great feeling, but you can't. It's like I would compare it to the first time that you ride a bike. The first time you actually ride a bike. And you're just like, you're like, holy shit, like I don't need, like I'm on two wheels. Look at this, you know, and you're so excited. You know what I mean? It's a very much the same. It's like free falling.
Right.
But you have to manifest and attract those people.
Yes.
You have to be willing to cut out people out of your life that are bringing a negative influence.
That's actually out of my 10 rules. The first one is to avoid negative people, places, and situations regardless of relation.
Look at this guy.
Period.
Wait, so you have like 10 rules?
Yeah.
Hey, is it in your folders?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Go grab it real quick. Let's. Hey, that's great. I did have a follow-up question, and we don't have to, like, I'd rather hear this. This is way better. But I do have a follow-up question if you're willing to answer it.
Yeah, I'm open book, bro.
How do you feel about, like, so one of his many talents is that he's a DJ. He's been, how many years have you been DJing?
18.
Okay, and what's a real quick plug, website, whatever you got? What you got?
YouTube, just DJ LTizzzle.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, or you could just ask me later, or write it in a comment box, or it's not hard to find shit anymore. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, but you have a love of music, and we talked about that, right?
Yes.
So, how do you feel about the N word in songs and like being used? Like, just
totally hate it. Oh God.
Like, so just a 30-second blurb, because I want to get to your things. I think this is really important. Right. But just like 30 seconds on why that needs to change, or how you feel about it.
Is no reason whatsoever to use that word. It's not cool. It's not a term of endearment. It's not necessary.
I would say it has more of a negative effect than it does a positive.
100%.
Right. So
100%.
So that's the simple thing of it. Now, does that mean that everything always gets used that way? No. But it's a net negative, so don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah, don't do it.
All right. So now, so these are do you wrote these?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what do you call this?
My rules to create peace and good karma.
Okay. So are you going? Is it like the best one to worst, or is it just 10?
It's 10.
Okay, you just read it in whatever order that you read it. So do you read this like every morning?
Yeah.
It's like part of a mantra?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you meditate too, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that as well.
Day,
all right. So
okay.
Yeah, so just read out your top 10. And if you want to say just a little blurb about each one, just say something, just explain it real quick.
Okay. All right, cool. The first one, avoid negative people, places, and situations regardless of relation. Basically, negative people is not going to allow you to be positive. Number 2 is be consistent. Number 3, show up and do your job. It's important to just show up. If nothing else, just show up and do your job. That's all you have to do. It's not going to kill you. Do all you can do and never overextend yourself past what you can do. If you can only DJ 2 events, 3 events, don't take the 4th event, because it's not going to be the same quality as the first 3. Do what you love and follow your passion. When you follow your passion, you find your purpose. When you find your purpose, you never have to worry about money. Pay it forward and give back through community service. You can't ask for something and not give something back in return. Be honest with people. Honesty is definitely the best policy. Do you. Know who you are and just do you. Don't try and do a copy of somebody else. Practice, practice, practice. That's self-explanatory.
We're talking about practice?
Practice.
Practice?
We're talking about practice. Keep God first. If you keep God first, everything else falls in line.
Yeah. I like that. All right. So I want you to go, I think it was maybe the 4th or 5th one. It was the one where I think you said you were talking about if you have a DJ event. What was that one? And you do all you can. Yeah, do all you can do and never overextend yourself. And so that's what you can do. Yeah. So and what I'm trying to get across as kind of my message is the idea of moderation.
Moderation.
Right. And so and that becomes
10-4. Yeah.
You can't give 100% to what you're doing if you spread it too far, if you do concentrate too much, you know what I mean? Like you have to have it has to be balanced, right?
You have, it's important when it comes to moderation, overextending, is to know what enough is. You know, you have to know what enough is and be satisfied. And being satisfied is not quitting and not trying. It's knowing that this is enough. You know, the most I've done is 3 events in one day. I wouldn't take 4. It's not possible. It's only 24 hours in a day.
Right.
So your quality is gonna drop at some point. So care enough to know that, hey, this is enough. I'm good. You know, I'm good. You know, and you just got to know you have enough.
Well, especially when you're in a service industry like DJing, right? Like you have to remember, like, this is these people's weddings. This is their graduation party. This is their party. Like they paid you to come and do this. Like, you want to give them 100%. And if you overextend yourself, you can't do that, right?
No, you're going to be tired.
Yeah.
It's going to show. It's going to show, definitely.
Okay, so 2-part question. 1, what's your favorite thing? Maybe you can tweak it. What's your favorite thing to DJ? Like, do you like doing, like, you know, bars, nightclubs? Like, that's my first part question. Mm-hmm. So what's your favorite?
My favorite thing to do is weddings.
You like weddings? I
love weddings.
Okay, so tell me your a good or your best wedding story, because I know. So, like, I used to DJ in college, right? And I DJ'd. Shout out to DJ Madness that employed me, and always wanted to pay me by check for some reason. I don't know. So anyways, but I DJ'd and I did weddings and things like that. You know, I did that stuff. I did, like, fraternity parties and stuff. So tell me a good, like, wedding DJ story. I know you probably got a bunch, right?
I'm gonna give you my 2 quick short ones.
Okay, right? I can handle that.
It's really easy. First one, just getting back from Iraq. And I'm doing a wedding. It's my first white wedding. Like, they're like from West Virginia white. You know what I mean? West Virginia. Yeah, that part, right?
It's like the tap dancing
mountaineers.
Hey, have you ever seen The Wonderful Whites of West Virginia?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
I mean, so you might have to watch it, but it's crazy. So, like, they're really country.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is true.
So you come back from...
They were in Iraq with me. And
the guys
in contact,
and they were like, "Hey, come DJ."
Yeah, the wedding. So,
okay, so the guys in the military must have been cool, right?
Yeah. It was cool, but, you know, the family don't know me, so
yeah.
So I'm in Killeen, and
and you're in Killeen.
Yeah, I'm in Killeen, right? So, you know, Marcus is emceeing. That's my cousin Marcus Edwards. He's emceeing, and they apparently come up and they asked him if I had any polka music. Right? Polka. Right?
Yeah.
And he's like, because he's not knowing. I'm just back now. He don't know that I really am who I'm saying I am. That I really, you know, because I made it a point when I came back from Iraq that I could do what I said I was going to be able to do. So he don't know.
So what I'm hearing you say is, like, you got the mindset of a DJ,
right?
And he don't know.
He don't know.
He don't know if you can do it or not.
He don't know.
He hasn't.
He has no idea what I got. This is new to him. He still.
Like, he just
don't believe that this is even happening.
Yeah, but he's believing in you.
Right. He's believing in me, but he's still like, I don't know, right?
Yeah,
so
okay.
He says, "Hey, man, you got some polka music?" And I was like, "Let's see." Because, you know, remember, my best friend gave me that startup, and then I had been collecting music throughout the years. Because we talked about that earlier. So basically, like, you had a friend that hooked you up with a bunch of music while you were in Iraq so that you could keep up with what was going on. Right. And so you had that coming back from Iraq. Right. So, you know, when I type it in, and I had, like, this whole list of songs. And I started polka songs, right? So I started playing it, right? And they started going nuts. And he looked at me and I was like, and ever since then, I don't turn down a request because I literally don't know how much music I have. I download music every day. I just recently completed all of the 2000s. I downloaded all of 2021 as of last week, all the way to 2000. And then from 2000, I have down to 1980. And then I have the 70s.
Hey, just imagine
every song.
Anything that was good that came out.
Hey,
I got it.
So imagine so imagine now you're like a DJ in the 80s and you just got truckloads of records and you're just dragging around everywhere. That's basically what you can download all that music. You can have when I DJ'd with CDs.
A song.
Right. So when I DJ'd with CDs, right? So we could only have.
That's what I had too. I had that too.
Right.
Yeah.
But now it's like the world's your oyster. It's like what kind of music are you into, ma'am?
Right.
You know what I mean?
So the second story, I'm DJing so it's a black wedding. You know, he's older, she's younger.
And what's the give me the ages? Like what's older and younger?
He's like maybe like 55 and she had to been like 32 or something like that, right?
Okay.
Crazy, right? So DJing, killing it. They got the Soul Train line going. Everything's
very
going.
Different from the white wedding, by the way.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're going on, and the bride comes over to Marcus, and she asks him for a song. He leans over to me and he says, "Do you have Miley Cyrus Party in the USA?" And I was like, "Why?"
You're like, Marcus, we're at a black wedding. We're not going to need.
We're in the middle of a Soul Train line.
Yeah.
Why? You know, he said the bride wants to hear that. I'm like,
oh shit.
I'm like, okay. So I'm typing it in. I'm trying to see if I got it. I'm like praying I got it. It's pop music. I should have it. You know, I'm not expecting to have this at this wedding, mind you. I don't have it.
Hey, and like, I don't know as you as a DJ, but like when you don't have a song, it kind of sucks.
It sucks.
Even if you're not going to play it, you want to have it.
You want to have it.
Like, right. You know what I'm saying?
You want to think that you should have it and you're mad that you don't. And you're asking yourself why you don't have it.
Yeah. You're like, why didn't I bring Miley Cyrus Party USA to this black wedding? I knew I was going to need it.
Right. So I'm sitting there just tripping, right? I'm like, I got every other Miley Cyrus song except this Party in USA. I said, I ain't got it. And he looked at me like,
how am I supposed to?
No, true story. This is exactly what he said. How the hell you got polka music? Hey, you ain't got this. I'm like, this is not the time to ask me that, bro. I don't have it, man. He tells her she don't have it. She throws a fit or whatever. Needless to say, to this day, that's the only time I didn't get a tip for a wedding.
Really?
To this day.
Do you have Miley Cyrus in your playlist now? Do you have
I play it everywhere I go.
Hey, you're like, I'm ready for this next black wedding that I'm going to. I got every Miley Cyrus. What do you want to hear? Wrecking Ball? What's that song? Wrecking Ball? What do you want to hear? I got it all.
Oh, man. Yeah. So that's crazy. That's
crazy. Did you happen to look at time, Joe?
30. Just hit 30.
We just hit 30?
Okay.
Which
one do you know?
So we got this little like helmet here, right? And so for people that can't see it, there's a space helmet. Just watch the video when it comes out. I didn't mean that. Like I meant that in a nice way.
Oh no.
So there's some questions in this little bowl.
Okay.
And so we're just gonna pull one out and just see if it's worth talking about. If it's not, we just get another one because it's my fucking podcast and I can do what I want. So pull one out and let's read it and let's decide if we're gonna talk about it or not. Oh, I gotta read it.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, I'll do it, but okay. So what were the 7 dwarfs? So there's sleepy,
grumpy.
Okay.
Sleepy, grumpy, angry. The angry.
Sneezy.
Okay, Joe, can you look at Joe?
Happy. Bashful. Yeah.
Joe.
We need one more.
Joe just became my phone a friend.
Dopey.
So you got all 7? So I'm going to repeat them because nobody can hear you except for me.
Bashful.
Dopey. Sleepy. Sneezy. Happy.
I lost a couple now.
You lost Dwarfs?
Dopey, happy, sleepy, sneezy.
There's people screaming in their
Angry.
radios right now. It's fucking Doc. It's fucking Doc.
Doc, yeah.
Dog.
I mean,
Yeah.
can somebody pull their phone out?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so the question is, if you were the eighth dwarf, what would your name be?
Positive.
I like it. I like it.
Positive.
Positive E.
Oh, do you have to have it? Does it have to have an E on the end?
Positive
No, Doc.
T.
Doc was just like Doc.
Positive T.
Grumpy, dopey, dog, happy, bashful, sneezy, sleepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I don't-
Yeah, positive.
I think mine would be silly.
I can see that.
Hey, silly.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Oh, anyway, you want to try another one? Yeah, try. You read one. You read one this time. Yeah.
I'll read one. What failure have you learned the most from?
Oh, this was going to be good.
Wow.
Hey.
Say it again.
Oh, yeah. Say just repeat in the mic. Yeah.
What failure have you learned the most from?
All right.
Man, that's
So you want to go
crazy.
first, or you want to think about it? You got it. You already know.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I know,
go ahead.
I know. Not being the end all be all in all matters lateral. Previous business, it was 2-part. I was the salesperson, the visionary, and the other person was the actual builder. And there was situations where I would come into your living room and I would get a $10,000 check, and I would promise you that your fence, would get started on Saturday and lumber would show up Saturday morning and it'll be nice. But my partner, which I will not say his name, he decided that he wanted to take the day off. And I have to call you and say, hey, sir, I know I said that I would start your fence on Saturday, but, such and such come up, we're going to start on Monday. And I had no control over that.
Were y'all friends?
Yeah, we're friends. We were friends through business. Not
y'all weren't-
friends doing business.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Did it get too friendly? You know what I mean? Did it
No,
the boundaries that you were kind of set, like, you when you do business with someone that you're friendly with, you have to set a level of boundaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so did those, I feel like those got pushed by him. Is
Right.
that, yeah.
Right, because he had leverage.
Yeah.
Fence wasn't going to get done if he didn't build it.
Yeah.
I drew it, I sold it, but I can't build it. So when I went to Iraq with the intent of next thing I do, anything I do, I was going to make sure that I was the SME, subject matter expert.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to depend on me. If there's a wedding, if there's a birthday party, I don't have to depend on nobody to show up and do the job the way that I want it done or the way that I would do it, because I'm going to show up and I'm going to do it.
Right.
And I don't have to worry about that. So that was the greatest lesson learned, was learn it yourself, do it yourself. Because nobody's going to do it the way you want it done but you.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you have a hard time relinquishing that control? Because you can do it all the time, but you do need people that you can trust. Like
Oh,
you're like
totally,
like
totally,
your wife,
totally,
right? Like
totally.
I would say your wife's probably that for you based on what I know about you,
Yeah,
right?
totally,
So
totally.
like you have to have those people. So like you have to
Yeah.
find that balance, right? Like you can't, because it would be nice if you could take all the, if you're Michael Jordan, you could take all the shots.
No,
you know what I mean?
You can't. You need a team.
Yeah.
That's something. I listened to Rick Ross, talking, and it's correct.
He's a smart dude, isn't he?
He's man, I'm waiting for his book to come out on the 12th. I'm just waiting. And once that come out, I'm on it. That's nuts. I read like 3 books a week. So
And like you read them
yeah, Audible, yeah,
on Audible?
yeah.
Oh,
Audible.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
and then I have my actual physical books that I go through as well. So,
Which see, like, man, like reading is like so hard for me,
leaders read,
right? But like listening
Same
is
thing.
easy.
It's
Like,
the same thing.
like it's just so much easier for me. Like
you take a journal.
Yeah.
Notepads like being in class. It's like a lecture.
And the cool part about it is like I feel like it's making me a better writer. Just listening is making me a better writer.
It is.
Right? You know what I mean? Yeah.
It is.
It's really cool. Like I was never a person to read books, but like doing this.
Me neither. Because I mean, our school.
Yeah.
You know, once again, going back to Aetna.
Yeah.
We were too busy with sports. They really wasn't.
I mean, you were busy with sports. I don't know if you if you remember me as any kind of sports athlete, because that wasn't
National Honor Society and all that good stuff.
Man, like I just didn't want to study. That's all it was. I just didn't want to study. I was cool with the grades I was making, not studying. I don't know. Like I was smart enough to get out.
Right.
I was smart enough to get out of college.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
it wasn't like I definitely think it was necessary, but if I were to do it now, I would probably have a greater appreciation for it. Do you know what I mean? But I was just like stupid and young, and
everything I learned outside of school.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
you know, honestly.
But school helps with the structure of like your life, but you probably got that from the military, right?
Yes, school, but you know,
I mean, like college, like when you're doing it on your own.
Even with college, man, I honestly. I mean, because, you know, my son's, UT, become business school.
Look at there.
No, but it doesn't.
You're not proud of it?
No, I'm extremely proud.
Okay.
I'm extremely proud of it, But at the end of the day, you still have to be able to put together a team. And they don't teach you that at school.
Yeah.
So to get back what you're saying, you need a team.
Yeah.
But you need to be able to know how to attract that team. You know.
Hey, and you got to know, when to get the wrong people off the bus. You know what I mean?
Facts. That's
you know
facts.
what I mean?
That's
Like
facts.
you can't like, hey, people get fired. You know what I mean? Like people get let go. And so like, it's like, so we'll use your kind of guy you're friendly with building the fence. I'm assuming that relationship dissolved itself.
Yeah.
Because you don't need that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like, when you're putting that team together, people come and go. And a lot of times we're not cool with the fact that we're losing something that is so important. But if it's supposed to be there, it'll stay. You know what I mean? Like, like if you push it away, if you're still attracting it, it's only for two reasons. It's a positive or probably a negative. And you have to decipher what that is and then go, no, I gotta get away from this. You know?
I believe that people come into your life for 4 reasons: add, multiply, subtract, or divide.
Yeah.
They can't do both.
Yeah.
And the former president, said you have to constantly be auditing people. People have to be fired. It's not a lifetime membership to be your friend.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not. You have to audit people and see who's adding value and who's taking away value. And can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but I'm cussing the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I have this thing, that I say is you either want what you want, you do what it takes to get it, or you shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
Just straight up. Stop telling people that you're going to lose weight. Stop telling people that you're going to be a millionaire, whatever it is you're going to do. If you're not doing the necessary steps in between to do it, shut the fuck up. And you have to have people in your circle that tell you that, and you have to be able to tell yourself, bro, shut the fuck up about that.
Hey, and that takes a tremendous amount of trust in that person, right? Like,
facts.
So
you have to trust their results to trust that person.
But like, basically what I'm saying is, if someone in your circle can come to you and tell you to shut the fuck up, and you respect that, and you go, oh, I need to check my behavior, that's someone that you really, really trust.
Agreed.
Right? And that is hard. And that is, I think, also hard to find, because it's very much of a free fall. It's a constant push back and forth between two people trying to trust each other. It's an act. It's like, it's not just something you go, okay, I trust you. Mm-hmm. It's a constant movement of more and more ideas and expanding your mind, like just more of a free fall. You know, it's like you jump off of something, and I'm assuming at the beginning you're going slow, but then that shit just like speeds up. You know what I mean?
On my refrigerator, I have all that I know is that I know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and I wake up every day.
What can I learn today?
With a learning mind.
Yeah.
You know,
that's how I got into rain gauges, bro.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Well, I'm not professionally into rain gauges or anything, but like we have a rain gauge out back, and I check when it rains, I check the water.
Really?
Yeah. And Aaron was,
dope.
hey, but no, Aaron was like, she goes, why are you checking the rain gauge? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I've seen a lot of shit. I'm 45 years old. I'm like, let's see what this is about. What can I learn from? Oh, it rained 3 inches. That's what that looks like. It's like I want to like learn. I already know all this other stuff. Let's learn some new stuff. Environment. Yeah.
I mean, but we're sent to Earth to explore, for one. We're sent here to enlighten, and we're sent here to improve. Period. We're not sent here to destroy stuff.
Right.
We're not sent here to suffer.
Right.
You know, we're sent here to use the tools that we're given to manifest good things in our life. And then when we leave here, you know, like for instance, you know, they say, how do you know if your mission is not complete? You're still alive.
Yeah.
You know, so until your mission is complete, that's what you're here to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I just believe that your experiences here should just be just good, man. Like, you know, doing this podcast and stuff.
People don't for me, like having my daughter, like your kids are older, but like having my daughter and then watching how fast this year has gone, like, and really appreciating it, because like we probably won't have another kid and we won't do this again. So like, I'm really trying to just be appreciative of what I have. It's like, you just realize, oh man, like this life is going to go quick. This is short. Like you better get on board of having a good time and trying to be a positive change, or just, get busy dying, because like, it's not gonna, like, you're gonna have to make it something.
I'm telling you that the coolest thing I ever heard is you might as well live because nobody makes it out alive.
Right.
You may as well just get up and just swing for the fence every day.
Yeah.
I mean,
why not?
Why not? Why not? I mean,
what else are you doing? What else are you doing?
I mean, if you're not living, you're complaining. And if you're complaining, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You know, nobody really cares, man. You know, it's this world, you know, it's not all bad. There's bad people in it.
Yeah.
There's bad people everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, it's bad people everywhere. But you don't have to focus on that.
There's bad people in Edna, Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bad people everywhere.
There's bad people everywhere, man. It really is, man. But you don't have to be your environment.
No.
You can change your environment, you know, by changing yourself. And it's like you and I connect because we have the same core values.
Yeah, I think so.
You know,
I mean, and
that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. And that's when I was talking about like us growing up and my experience. What was your experience based on our race? Like, we had a similar experience because we had similar core values.
Mm-hmm.
It had to do with nothing else other than good people attracted good people, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's just like really great.
No, totally. Yeah. That's, I mean, and that's the difference between then and now. We didn't have all these distractors.
Yeah.
We had distractors.
Yeah.
But we didn't have all these distractors. These kids' attention is about.
It ain't even that long, bro.
Nah, and that's giving them too much credit.
Yeah, and try DJing something like that. I'm sure, like, you know what I mean.
Oh God.
Hey, we don't have to get into it. I think any parent that has kids understands that the music sucks. I don't think that's any surprise.
I like some of the newer music.
I do too. I
do. I like music with once again that speaks to what I believe. You know, I like to view myself as a car that needs certain kind of gas.
Yeah, sure.
You know, so I gravitate to people that believe that they created their own luck.
Right.
by believing in themselves and God.
So this is so perfect. All right, you ready? Round 2. Underrated, overrated, or appropriately rated. Okay. And I'm just gonna start off with the people that I just want to ask anyway. I'm not gonna do it like try to hold somebody back. Kendrick Lamar.
Appropriately rated. The dude is awesome.
But you don't think he's underrated?
He can be looked at as underrated.
I mean,
he can be looked at as underrated because he's not out in the public flashing jewelry and money, and he's not getting in any trouble. He's speaking on a higher consciousness. So although he's appropriately rated, he's underrated based off the value that he brings to the community.
Will Smith.
Will Smith. It's hard to rate him because it's like, what is he now? It's like he hasn't made a song in forever. His wife had a whole boyfriend.
But they talked that out or something, didn't they?
He was just on somebody's album. He did a
with what's that guy? Jordan Lucas. That song.
He did.
That song's dope though.
He did.
He brought it, bro.
He did. I'll give him that.
I think he's appropriately rated. I think the influence that he had on culture.
The culture.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He is appropriately rated.
He's not a bad dude.
No.
He's not a bad dude, but it depends on what are you rating him for. If you're rating him for his contributions, then yes, he's appropriately rated. He's the GOAT. He's done it all.
Okay, so we can go through them one by one, or I'll just say Migos, and then you can just go through them one by one.
Ooh, if I do it right now, straight.
So this is
like my gym song right now.
Hey, look.
Song, straight.
Hey, look. So let's do Migos as a whole, underrated, overrated, or appropriately rated.
I'm gonna go underrated, man.
Okay, why?
I'm gonna go underrated because they changed how everything is done, from the harmonies to what they're rapping about.
I got a good one for you. Keep going though.
The growth, their story. Oh man, I mean
Okay, so now do them individually. Like Quavo, like overrated, underrated, or appropriately rated.
I'm going to say he's man, that's a hard one because he produces, he makes beats, he does it all. And
but the other two guys are pretty good too, though.
I'm gonna say that Takeoff. Is
Hey, don't you?
I like this last album. I do. I really
hey, don't
do.
you talk about my favorite Migo like that? What are you gonna say about Takeoff? What are you gonna say about Takeoff?
Takeoff. I'm gonna say Takeoff shouldn't be rated.
Shouldn't be rated?
He should be rated.
He should or shouldn't?
He shouldn't. He shouldn't be rated.
Okay,
he's there. He's there. He has some contributions, but he's not as strong as Offset.
Okay, that's fair.
I still he's developing his voice.
Right.
So what I'll say.
So I have I'm just like, now you're just walking me into other people. So but really quickly, I think Takeoff, in my opinion, and I'm gonna tell you why, is underrated. Okay, and this is why he's underrated, because all that like whatever that everybody else does, he would drop the, just like Lambo, like the effect on music and how that affected music as a whole. Now he's probably not, the other two the other two guys are obviously probably better, but I think his effect on music, just like the next guy I'm going to ask you about,
I say Young Jeezy was really the one with the ad-libs, honestly.
Well, I mean, we're not talking about Young Jeezy right now. We're talking about but I'm just saying.
But Takeoff, I agree with you on that.
I mean, you don't have to agree.
I agree with you on that.
Okay, so here's my next one. T-Pain.
Oh.
Yeah. Try. Hey, you sit with that for a minute. I'm going to get a drink of water.
Oh. He's a creator. He definitely.
Do you believe that he ruined music?
Do I believe he wrote his music?
No, ruined music. Do you not know that story?
No. Yeah. I have a whole catalog that I named Auto Tune, which was 06 to 07.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. That's when Snoop Dogg tried it with Sensual Seduction.
Yeah,
same time frame. Yeah, I actually bought that plug-in. No, I want to say he stretched it. He stretched the boundary. Roger Troutman was the first one really doing
vocoder.
that. He was the first one really doing that. He just expounded on it and used an art that people have forgot about.
So do you know why I'm going to say, so one, do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Have you watched This Is Pop?
No, I haven't watched that.
Okay. You got, if you like music,
I have to watch that one.
You definitely have to watch. It's great.
I watched the Get Down though. That was good.
Yeah. And there's an episode just on T-Pain. Right.
Okay.
And so T-Pain talks about how, was it Usher? Usher told him that he ruined music, and he went into this deep depression for like a couple of years about it, because Usher told him, you ruined music, right? On a plane.
Oh, wow.
And so they went through that whole thing about like Roger and the whole kind of thing. And at the end of I've never wanted to tweet somebody like at somebody before.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to tweet that guy and go, man, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Because shortly after that, after T-Pain does this whole thing, Kanye West does 808 Heartbreak.
That's right.
And the whole thing's autotune. And it's renowned as this like great album. That would have never happened without T-Pain.
No, it wouldn't have happened. No one would have ever thought to use that. He just used something that wasn't being used.
Yeah. And so I think so have you seen that video where he goes ape shit? Like he goes like, we have enough babies. There's the baby, little baby, blah, blah. He goes, think of something different. Come on, something new.
Yes.
And I just think that's like, he's like, that's what he's trying to say, man. Like, just don't do the same old shit. You know what I mean?
Everyone is unique enough to be themselves.
Yeah. Just do what you like. Do you, right? Like you say, and you'll attract what doing you does. Now, if you attract shit, you might want to check your own stuff out, right? Do you know what I'm saying? But that mindset
of crazy.
I know, right? I just like that you like, so for people that can't see, he did not believe me that Liquid Death, shout out to Liquid Death. We're still looking for our sponsorship of just one case of water. That's all I want is one case of water. He just didn't know it was water and didn't believe me and thought I was like trying to poison him before the podcast even started, which is crazy. So, what do we got? About like 10 minutes, Joe?
About.
Okay. So,
have you guys seen the Snoop Dogg in that interview? Did I show you that interview where like Snoop Dogg in the interview, he talks about how the rapping is like,
I've seen that.
Yeah. So, so Snoop Dogg, there's a video on YouTube that Snoop Dogg makes fun of the new rap, and it's really good.
Yeah,
especially coming from like Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? It was also very cool that like Eminem comes out of the whole album. He's like, I can do all your rap styles.
And he killed it. It was actually on one of my it's on my workout playlist, one of those songs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, like good people are good.
Yes.
Good. Will Smith figured it out. He's like, I gotta get with somebody a little bit harder than fucking DJ Jazzy Jeff. Right. So I'm gonna join it with Jonas Lucas, and that guy hangs out with Eminem. He's got to be tough, right?
Right. Totally.
So, what we're kind of doing is we're gonna. I like to wrap up with the podcast because it is, and we talked about it throughout the night, but just more of kind of like, and we even touched on it earlier. About just how do you add moderation to your life? So like, we talked about how important that is to kind of be in that flow and meditate and all the things. So I just want you to speak to like, what do you do to help keep your life like moderated and kind of live in the middle and be in the gray?
Okay. What I did is I created a schedule, and in the schedule, it breaks down your day to have 3 mini days. So with 3 mini days, you're able to accomplish a lot more.
Okay, so explain what a mini day is.
Okay, mini day. My day starts at 3:30.
And we've established this is 3:30 a.m.
in the morning.
So for all you loser stoners, they're like, yeah, I can fucking do this. I can start my day at 3. It's 3:30 a.m. 3:30. So he starts at.
My goal is to wake up before my alarm.
Before Will Jocko, that guy that wakes up like at
4:30.
4:30 every day.
Yeah,
You follow that guy on Instagram?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I actually read the book.
Yeah, good?
Yeah,
Thumbs up?
Great.
Great.
Yes, Jocko Willick is awesome.
Okay,
yeah,
so
he's part of my morning routine. I listen to him. I listen to yeah.
so I'm gonna put on reading my book list. Just okay. What's the name of the book?
Discipline, Extreme Discipline.
Extreme Discipline. Okay,
Yes.
so get up at 3:30.
Get up at 3:30. From 3:30 to 3:45, I go outside. I look up, meditate.
So what do you do for meditation? How do you do your like?
I say thank you. I show gratitude, extreme gratitude. I say thank you for the day. Thank you for waking up.
Would I be incorrect in saying it's kind of like prayer? Like you're doing a prayer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meditative prayer.
And I would say praying is a type of meditation.
Yes.
For someone that believes in praying, it can be a type of meditation. That's what you kind of do. You go out in the morning and you just kind of
sit outside and do that.
Do you go out there barefooted? Like do you put your feet in the grass? Like stuff like
grounding.
that? Grounding. Yes.
I do grounding is used. Grounding is used for me. I do that, and then I do another 15 minutes where I just visualize my workout. I visualize the rest of my day. So 30 minutes total.
Okay.
When I wake up. 4:15, I got my coffee. I'm a 4:20 guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do that. 4:45, I'm out the door. 5 o'clock, I'm at the gym.
So let's just touch on that for just a brief second.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's referring to he's a 420 guy, that means he uses marijuana. Just so if you don't know, okay. But I'm assuming it's a positive experience for you when you use marijuana, right?
Yes.
Because you wouldn't be getting up at 4 a.m.
No.
Right?
No, the cannabis allows, first of all, I'm a disabled vet. So the cannabis, first of all, allows me to deal with the pain.
So do you have a lot of pain like from?
Yeah, my lower back.
Okay.
I have degenerative arthritis in my lower back, which started my No Days Off campaign.
Mm-hmm.
It helps relax my mind.
To help you think.
Yeah, help me think, focus.
Do you like going to the gym, working out? High?
Oh, totally. I wouldn't do it any other way. I mean,
so it helps your focus, huh?
It helps your focus, and not only that, it helps you do stupid shit. Like I'll go in there one day and I'll
hold a plank for like 5 minutes.
I'll do like 3 sets of 25 for no damn reason on everything. There's no reason to do that, but you have the extra, layer to deal with the pain. So why not work the muscle? So mentally, I'm like, I'm not gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah.
So it gives you the extra endurance to be a little more extreme with your goals. With all goals.
I would say it and correct me if I'm wrong. It makes the idea of doing difficult stuff attainable.
I agree. Yes.
Right. So
it makes big things small.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lightweight.
Like yeah. Yes.
Okay, so
indeed.
workout. How long do you work out for?
Work out for an hour and a half.
Okay, so we're at like 6 a.m. at this point.
I'm about 6:30, 6:45 home. What I do with the moderation is I unplug. You have to unplug from the phone. You can't be obsessed with the notifications.
So what do you do? You start like when you come back home?
When I come back, it's gonna sound bad. When I come back home, I roll up. I put on some positive music. Something uplifting. Wiz. I'm a big Rex Life Roger fan. If you're not on him, you need to be. The dude is awesome. I go outside with my husky. We do some more grounding. I observe nature for about another 30, 45 minutes. Just be, just be. You have to know you have permission to be. There's not a gun to your head making you rush to do things. There's not a saber-toothed tiger waiting outside the cave. So just knowing that you have the time to sit and drink your coffee and your orange juice, which I do every morning, cushion orange juice every morning, every morning. But I do that to tell myself that I can. And the more you tell yourself that you can, there's nobody to tell you that you can't.
Right.
Just that simple. It's just really just that simple. I don't answer my phone till after 10. You remember 5 Heartbeats? Have you ever watched the movie 5 Heartbeats?
I know the movie. I don't know if I've seen it.
The one scene where they went in there and the dude wanted to talk about his contract.
Oh,
and he's like, my business hours are from 9 to 5. You really have to have that.
Yeah.
To live a moderate life, you need to have business hours.
You have to create balance
on how you deal with things and people. You have to set that boundary.
Okay, so you get back from the gym, no phone until 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
So like I'm assuming maybe you're taking a shower, just getting
from 10. I do intermittent fasting,
mm-hmm.
so I don't eat till 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
From 10 to 1, I deal with the phone. From 1 to 3. I'll go into like a little meditation, 2-hour meditation. I'll put on a guided meditation. At that point, I'll put my phone on Do Not Disturb. At 3, I'm back up. So all in all, I think I meditate like 2.5 hours a day.
So, and then when, like you work nights a lot, right?
I don't work at all. I'm retired.
You're retired. Well, you DJ though.
Yeah, I DJ weddings.
Okay.
I DJ weddings. I really try, and stay that way. So I'm not up, I'm not out 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, because my main priority, my number one must in life is gym. I'm not going to do anything whatsoever that's going to prevent me from waking up. That's why I don't do a lot of drinking. I don't do a lot of anything. I'm pretty moderate.
Right.
Because I don't want anything to affect waking up on time to go to the gym. Period. That's like my covenant to, when you ask for things, you have to have some form of discipline and consistency that seals the deal with you, God, the universe, that you're serious about what you're asking about.
Yeah.
So I show up every day at the gym.
So, and I just want to point out a very important thing. That doesn't sound like a pothead to me. You know what I mean? You're like, hey, I get up, brush teeth, smoke, go to the gym. This stereotypical idea of that, like, that it does bring a positive, it's a positive, it's a type, I view it as a type of medication that you take, that feels better and safer than alternative stuff to me or to you. Would you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I wouldn't.
Because probably the majority of people that are even listening right now, which is a total of like 12, y'all ain't getting up at 3:30 in the morning. You sure the fuck ain't going to the gym, probably. And this guy's doing it. This guy's doing it high. So you know what I mean. So
Yeah, no, man. I just I get up, I do that, and then I cook. I like to grill.
So then you're rolling through your afternoon, like you're into the afternoon and the evening, and so like you spend time with your wife.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Spend time with the wife.
Let me ask you this: Do y'all ever just like dance in the house together?
All the time, man. I have a saying, man. Happy people dance.
Yeah.
I dance. I dance walking into the grocery store. If how HEB, I have music playing or whatever, and if it's like one of those songs, it's important to express how you feel.
Bro, I wear headphones in the store now. It's so I can hear my own, so I can dance to my own music.
Yeah,
it's important. I'm here to shop. I'm not here to do anything else. I want to listen to my music.
It's important, man.
You ever shop to John Mayer? It's
no,
don't.
No.
It's very sad. You buy a lot of like comfort food, like ding dongs and shit.
Oh no.
And you're like, slow dancing in a burning room. You have John Mayer
No, not
on
in
your
a
computer. Like,
Samsung.
no, you don't have John Mayer in your computer.
On the phone. Yeah. The
Yeah,
music,
like,
yeah.
if you go DJ and somebody asks for John Mayer, you got it, right?
Yeah, I got that. I do have that. I do
Yeah.
have that.
But you don't ever have to use it though,
I hope not.
especially not at a black wedding.
Oh God, I hope not.
Can you imagine if you went to a black wedding and somebody was like, "Can you play slow dancing in a burning room, please?" Or could you play a? Could you play?
Man, you know what? You're gonna make me go home and make sure I.
Hey, well, we were talking about your collection. I mean, you got quite the.
Sure. I have.
You won't need it. You won't need it unless you go to a white wedding where they're probably going to get divorced anyway if they're listening to that sad ass shit. And I love John Mayer. John Mayer's one of my favorite artists, but man, that guy can write. He can write a sad ass song. He can make you go, yeah, I feel you, John. I feel it. You know what I mean? It's like on One White Man Can't Jump. He was like, but you can't. You could hear Jimmy, but you can't feel Jimmy. Is that what it was? Right?
Yeah.
You can't feel John Mayer.
You can't feel it. You
know
can't
what
feel
I mean?
it. No,
the sadness.
You're listening to Jimmy, but you can't hear Jimmy.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you listen to Jimmy, but you listen to John, but you can't hear John. You can't hear John.
You gotta feel. You gotta feel that.
Well,
you gotta feel that.
Did you have a good time?
Yes.
Food was good.
Oh, excellent.
Shout out to Harding Corona.
Shout out to Harding Corona, definitely.
Shout out to Liquid Death.
Shout out to Liquid Death, man. I'm really tripping on this, man.
I'll send you home with a couple. You can take a couple home.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That means hey, Liquid Death. That means I'm going to need more.
That's crazy.
Do you want to plug anything? Do you want to talk just throw out your website?
It's just my YouTube channel, DJ LTizzzle.
Okay, just
YouTube.com. YouTube.com.
Okay, and we'll try to put it in the hashtag in the comments and stuff like that.
I'm still building. I'm actually going to start throwing content up there next week.
Okay,
actually.
So we'll make sure because when you people hear this, it'll be like way later. So we'll make sure that we get all that information in there and stuff. Yeah. So, well, man, I appreciate it so much. Coming on.
Thank you.
And I appreciate answering all my dumb questions.
Oh man.
And
thank you, man.
I hope sometime we can do this again.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, awesome. I know, I got Brandon. I gotta watch those microphones like.